From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Sam Darnold and the New York Jets taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here now comes the Jets offense, and the man that will be captaining the ship at 6'3", it's Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brings up second.
Now a handoff for Gore.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Darnold on first down, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Caught here by Griffin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. It's caught by Herndon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
5-yard loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. A dump off here for Gore. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to kicker Sam Ficken.
A 28-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Jets 3, 49ers nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The former 2nd-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year at New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
By Avery Williamson. A gain of 5. 1st down, 49ers.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jets 3, 49ers nothing.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Third down.
And throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
at their own.
Back onto the field here come the New York Jets. You look back to their Week 1 game, a loss against Buffalo in Buffalo. Remember, this is a Jets team that started 1-7 last year. Not a whole lot expected this season. And they were really undone by a rough start in that game at Buffalo. 3 straight 3-and-outs to begin the season. They fell down 21-0 in the first half. Never really recovered. And CD, obviously not great news. Le'Veon Bell pulling up with a hamstring injury. That's not going to help you.
Not at all. And then you go back to the preseason camp where Le'Veon Bell was talking about getting more work during practice when they were trying to limit him. It's just so difficult for them right now because he's one of the better players in the league when he's on top of his game. And it changes what you do with your offense. Now Sam Darnold, the young quarterback, has one less guy that he can count on to try and elevate this team. But, boy, they got jumped on early. They're going to have a big effort trying to bounce back and give some hope to the people who love Gang Green.
And they'll be trying to do that against an angry 49ers team as the NFC champions will be traveling to New York this coming week. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll try and go jet sweep here with Perriman. Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
He was brought down by
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
For the Jets.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 7.
San Francisco coming back out here for this next drive. And the 49ers in Week 1 taking the field for the first time since their loss in Super Bowl 54. Wound up taking it on the chin, falling 24-20 to Arizona. And we all know the troubles that Northern California, really all of California's had with wildfires. This game was in danger, CD, maybe having to be postponed, but the smoky orange skies, they dissipated enough to get the game in. And the 49ers, though, they continue to have trouble with the Cardinals. Now 9 losses in their last 11 meetings.
Yeah, and you know the preparation for that game had to be interrupted at different times, especially for San Francisco. There was talk about maybe moving the game to Arizona and then flipping that game back later to San Francisco. But bottom line, you just hit it. 9 out of the last 11. Arizona has beaten San Francisco, but even more importantly, they really improved in the offseason. So San Francisco knows they have a true rival now when they try to defend their division crown. And guess what? They go on the road the next 2 weeks. Both games in New York, the Jets and then the Giants in Week 3. But I like what the Niners do. They go cross-country, they play, and instead of flying all the way back, they go to a meeting place, and this time it's going to be in West Virginia at the Greenbrier. And if you haven't been to the Greenbrier, Brandon, you ought to go. What a great place for them to go, right? They'll go get their training in before they play Week 3 against the Giants.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And here comes Berrios. Found good room to run there, returns it 14 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
1st and 10.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. Not much there, only a yard.
1 yard gain.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold completes it, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold to throw again. That is caught. It's Perriman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the air again, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd and goal from the 7.
Again, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Jimmy Ward there defensively.
Throwing again is Darnold. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
35-yard attempt.
Fickens' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
49ers nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Open man is born. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
San Francisco.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
49ers 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida. Buffalo at Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Jordan Howard, a touchdown run in that first half. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. The Bears played well a week ago. They're doing it again as they try to run their mark to 2-0. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Tevin Coleman now in his second year with the Niners. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Another carry now for Gore. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Run there by Frank Gore, and he has to be one of the most admired players in the NFL. Started the 2020 season, number 3 all-time on the rushing list, less than 1,400 yards shy of Walter Payton as the season kicked off. Spent a year with Coach Adam Gase in Miami. Now he's hooked back up with him again with the New York Jets.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
49-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 7.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got Gore. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Garoppolo now, first down throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They hand it off to Mostert.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
A gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
This is Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, second down. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And that will be incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass. Thrown away and incomplete.
2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Herndon's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, that's a good, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Sacked by Eric Armstead.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's the Jets punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Here's Sanu on the catch. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now Garoppolo. He's airing it out for Sanu. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from long, very long range. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from long, very long range. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for San Francisco, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2.